This video contains or may contain spoilers for Hollow Knight. A memorable line of dialogue from Hollow Knight, heard in the birthplace memory, reads, "No voice to cry suffering." This refers to a well-known fact about the vessels: they can't speak. The line being phrased this way seems to reveal that the vessels don't simply choose not to speak, they're physically incapable. But why is that exactly? What about the vessel's nature prevents them from having a voice? I'll be discussing my speculations in this video. One thing that can be observed is that vessels don't appear to have a mouth. There are many examples of official game artwork which depict close-up shots of the knight's head and face, and no mouth is anywhere to be seen in any of them. However, not being able to speak words and not having a voice at all are two different things. A creature could have no mouth but still be able to make vocal sounds, which the vessels are still incapable of. In order to have a voice, a creature would need to have vocal cords or some other biological means of making noise to communicate. Being made from void, it's possible that the vessel's biology is altered from that of other bugs and that they would not have the same internal organs, or any at all. However, the Collector is a void being that is very much able to make noises with its voice, so that strikes down this as being the reason that vessels don't. One thing does separate the Collector from the vessels, though. The Collector is made completely out of void, while vessels only have void inside their outer shells. King's molds and wing molds are other examples of beings which have an outer shell and inner void, and they are never observed to make any vocal sounds either. Additionally, the knight's shade and the shade's siblings are made entirely of void, and they are heard making sounds like growling and hissing. The Shade Lord, another entirely void being, also makes a sound upon its appearance in the pantheon of Hallownest. Therefore, the answer seems to be that vessels have no voice specifically because their outer shells completely contain the void inside them, including any voice or ability to make noise that this void would have. A significant clue that points towards this is the first line from the Godseeker's prayer to the pure vessel, "Deepest silence and holy shell." In this case, silence wouldn't exactly be referring to the void, but the fact that the pure vessel is silent due to their shell. Cries can be heard from the Hollow Knight, but these actually originate from the Radiance, who has broken through the barrier of silence that the Hollow Knight's shell would provide. So what do you think? Why do you believe vessels don't have a voice? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Please consider checking out my other Hollow Knight videos and subscribing to this channel. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.